Hey friends, welcome back to A Side of Sauce. It's a little midweek coffee chat where we sit down for a few minutes and talk about whatever happens to be living rent-free in my brain. I'm AnnMarie. Thanks for being here. I am pumped to talk to you about this. It's been on my mind for a hot minute and I really need to let it go. So sit back and relax and grab your emotional support beverage of choice. Let's get into it. I really want to know. Can you please tell me what ever happened to being embarrassed? No, seriously. Not ashamed of who you are. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean a good old-fashioned, maybe I don't need to put this on the internet embarrassment. Call it brazen, bold, dare I say ballsy, but like where it's cringe. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe, I was raised old school Italian parents, but we would have been embarrassed. Like back then, you kept things to yourself. We weren't out in these streets giving people the lowdown on our mental health and, if we were going through something or whatever, let alone that of a family member. What? Forget HIPAA. We were governed by mother, and she reigned supreme. We were brought up with discretion. There were things you just didn't talk about. It was understood. Things that went on in the family stayed in the family. And no, I wasn't raised by the Corleones. This is just how we operated. I have secondhand embarrassment every morning when I take my morning scroll on social media. Oh, my absolute favorite drama queen. Best known for the crying selfie. Before TikTok and video posts, you had your MySpace and Facebook and the crying selfies. The crying selfies were too much. Like, why is everything so performative? Who is this for? Everyone knows one or follows one for fun. They're having a bad day, selfie. Crying, selfie. Rainy window, selfie. Inspirational quote in cursive font for balance. And, I always think, didn't anybody stop you? Like no one in your entire life had the balls to step up and say, hey, maybe not post 12 rants and 3 pictures about this. And I mean, before anybody comes for me, I'm not saying don't have feelings. I am a feelings person. I am emotional. Feel all the feelings. Call your best friend. Call your mother. Call Ghostbusters. Call me. But Facebook doesn't need a real-time update. I mean, some of y'all don't need another post. You need a drafts folder. Leave them there. Put them in there. Don't forget, friends, the internet is forever. So that ugly cry you're posting today, it's still going to be there 10 years from now. Future employers, think about it. Future relationships, your kids, your grandkids, everybody. It's forever. Internet never forgets. I have known people who have literally gone live from a hospital bed. Live streaming for hours, days. Heavily medicated. The doctors are coming in, nurses taking vitals, asking questions, machines beeping and booping, you don't know what's going on. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, who is this for? What? Put the phone down. You just had surgery. Put the fucking phone down. Like, listen, the hospital is one place where I am perfectly okay not getting a content update. But speaking of content updates, listen, if you're enjoying the episode, I would love it if you would subscribe to the podcast. I drop new episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all of them are at The Sauce with AnnMarie. And I have social media now, friends. TikTok and Instagram at The Sauce with AnnMarie. I'll put everything in the description or wherever I can put it so you can find it. All right, now I had I had to get that out. I didn't want to forget. I'm sorry. Where were we? I even saw someone live on TikTok from a funeral. You know, it didn't feel right. It just genuinely did not. I mean, if you wanted to have something for friends and family from all over, do a Zoom, do a Google chat. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. It felt intrusive to be there watching Aunt Sally getting lowered into the ground. I mean, I'm just saying, rest in peace, Aunt Sally. I'm not, I don't know. I fear that one day I'm going to open my feed and scroll and go face first right into a birth canal. Nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing. Not secret. Sacred. And there's a difference. Not every argument needs a status update. Not every breakup needs a photo dump. And not every hospital visit needs a selfie. Hashtag ER. Some moments belong to you and your family. And people who've earned the right to be there with you. Not everything needs to be on the internet. And I know you're like, AnnMarie, it's my life. I'll post whatever I want. And you know what? You're fucking right. I'm not saying absolutely. Of course you can. No one said you can't. But what I am saying, I really think there's something to be said for having a little discretion. Not because you're ashamed. Because not everything is meant for public consumption. I don't think it's weird to be discreet. I don't think it's weird to keep some things confidential. Like thunder and lightning. Did you hear that? That scared me. I lost my train of thought. I don't think it's weird to care about maintaining a little bit of privacy and protecting your peace. Be present. Let yourself live in the moment authentically instead of trying to curate it from behind a lens. It hits different. I've actually think we've become way too available, and it's almost as if it's expected now. We've replaced mystery with oversharing. Years ago, you didn't know every fight someone was having. You didn't know every family argument, every financial problem, every emotional breakdown. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think it's okay to put the phone down. And I love my phone. I do. I mean, it never leaves my side. It's okay to experience life without documenting every second of it. And I think it's okay to heal before you post. Step away from the crying selfies. It's okay to have moments that are special and belong only to you. Because let me tell you, not everything needs the approval or the opinions of the fucking numbnuts on social media. Respectfully. Ask me how I know. So tell me, am I completely showing my Gen X card here, or do you think we've forgotten that some parts of life are meant to be lived, healed, and remembered, not performed? If nobody's told you lately, you are not too old, and you are definitely not too late. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Do all the things. Subscribe, leave a comment, connect with me. I would love to connect with you. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you Sunday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.